Around 3 years ago, I got into the best shape of my life for a holiday with my family in Spain. I had a six-pack, a muscular chest and shoulders, bulging biceps and triceps, and I was at around 10% body fat. I looked and felt like a god. But then I fucked up. I fell off the wagon and ended up down a spiral that resulted in me becoming bigger than I had ever been. This is my story about how it happened and how I'm going to get back to my best and achieve ripped status once again. In this video, I'm going to describe how I got ripped, why I got fat, and the program that I'm going to use to get ripped once again in the next couple of months. I will also be adding some weekly updates as I go on this channel, so give me a follow to follow this journey. So like I said, a couple of years ago, I worked my arse off to achieve good physique mode. As you can see here, I was ripped to the gills and felt absolutely fantastic. At that time, I owned a gym and worked as a personal trainer to over 30 to 40 clients a week. So I was in semi-decent shape anyway and knew exactly what I had to do to go from this to this in a relatively short space of time. And that short space of time was exactly 12 weeks in total. Now, in that time, I trained 2 times a day. I ate 2,600 to 2,200 calories per day and basically existed upon chicken, baked potatoes, tin soup and rice. Obviously, I made it taste slightly better than I made it sound here, but that really was most of what I ate in order to really shed the fat and get in the best shape I have been in since I last laced up the gloves and got into the cage back in my fighting days. I followed a basic push-pull legs routine that repeated across the week and did 30 to 40 minutes of cardio daily on top to sculpt my body into the bronzed behemoth I became. Now, it felt absolutely brilliant to reach the level of cut and ripped I managed to achieve. It made me feel unbelievable, and I have to admit that the women loved it too. I've spent time in both fantastic shape and not so fantastic shape, and I can categorically say that I got a lot more attention from women when I was in great shape. So don't let them convince you that they prefer a dad bod, gents. It's a lie. Anyway, I digress. As I said, it felt fantastic to be in such great shape, but it was a hard slog getting there, and then maintaining it once the motivation for wanting to get in such fantastic shape had worn off was almost impossible. Then, just after coming back from said holiday, I decided I had had enough of the fitness industry and made the decision to sell my gym and take on another role in a startup company that I am now an owner of. More information on that can be found in the video linked in the description for anyone wanting to find out more. Now, this, of course, brought along a massive change of pace in my working life. It meant I wasn't working in a gym every day and created a situation where my fitness and physique levels weren't an indicator as to whether I was going to make money that month. I no longer had to stick to the strict diets. I didn't have to train every single day to set an example to my clients, and I didn't have to post videos about my services online every week in which I had to look like the type of guy you would trust to help you change your physique. And so the marathon of eating began. I love food, and so eating what I wanted when I wanted was great at first. And then I noticed that I was starting to pile on the pounds. Did that stop me in my tracks and force me into famine for a while? No. In fact, I reassured myself that since I knew exactly what I needed to do to get the weight off, I could get away with letting myself go for longer and not worrying too much about the weight I was accruing for a while. Now, it was about this time that the businesses I was helping to build were starting to take off. We were opening venues, taking on staff, and I was running up and down the country, managing openings, new staff members, and the day-to-day runnings of the business. And as you can imagine, my stress levels were through the roof. Now, some people out there react to stress in a very particular way. When their stress levels rise, their appetite lowers, and they have the appetite of a very small shrew. I, unfortunately, am not one of those people. When my stress levels rise, my appetite matches it, and I end up with the appetite of a rather large horse. And so, with poor food choices, a lack of time to train, and running up and down the country weekly, meaning it was even harder to bring these things in line, I ended up piling on the pounds and going from 14 stone all the way up to my heaviest at 17.5 stone. As you can see here, I was not a happy chappy at all. And now we come to present day. Just before Christmas 2022, I managed to drop 1.5 stone and get myself down from 17.5 stone to 16 stone in around 8 to 10 weeks. I was incredibly happy with this and felt awesome. Unfortunately, however, due to some personal issues that have coincided with Christmas of late, I've managed to climb back up to 16 stone 12 pounds again. Now, I'm not here to try and ask for sympathy about the fact that I can't lose weight or that I don't know what to do to get over this issue or any of that. The fact is that one of the reasons I have allowed myself to get into such bad shape is because of the fact I do know very well how easy it is to lose weight and get in great shape. And so I keep allowing myself off with the bad choices I've made. It's almost like I keep saying, eat more crap, it doesn't matter, because you can get it off easy. It's madness, but it's true. Now, I'm aware that this has to stop, and I'm now ready to go full Spartan mode. Martin the Spartan was my old ring name when I was fighting, by the way, and drop the weight that I've put on once again to take my physique and fitness levels to God tier once again. And I'm going to document my journey here on YouTube with some weekly vlogs that showcase the nutritional protocols and training program I'm going to follow as I work hard to achieve peak physique status once again. Right now, let me outline what I'm going to do as I move through 3 phases over the next 16 weeks to truly take my physique from fat and unfit to Spartan fit once again. So I'm breaking it down across 16 weeks into 3 phases of 6 weeks. Phase 1 is weight loss. It's going to consist of 6 weeks of 3 days per week weightlifting and 3 days per week working on my cardiovascular fitness levels. I'll eat between 2,600 and 2,400 calories a day and hit 10,000 steps every day to really help me shift some weight and build a great strength and fitness base over the coming weeks. Phase 2 is muscle building phase, where I'll switch to 4 weights-based sessions and 2 cardio-based sessions in order to put more energy into building a muscular physique whilst maintaining a good level of fitness. I'll eat around about 2,600 calories per day in this phase of the program, but will monitor my energy levels and weight loss levels to see if that needs to be altered. And then phase 3 is the cutting phase, wherein I'll follow a 6 and 6, a push-pull split repeated across 6 days and light cardio every day alongside the weights for the final 6 weeks. My calories will start at the 2,800 calorie mark, and I'll gradually bring them down across the 6 weeks, monitoring energy and performance levels as I go. My aim with the full program is to go from 16 stone 12 down to around about 14 to 14.5 stone, but hopefully at somewhere around about 10 to 12% body fat on my body mass scales. I also want to be able to run 5k in 30 minutes or under again, so that will be a part of my cardio goal. And then to be comfortable with my top off when I look in the mirror again. Luckily, as I previously said, I'm a qualified personal trainer and I know exactly how to program my nutrition and training in order to reach my goals. So, in all honesty, the outcome is a foregone conclusion. If you would like to see what that program entails across the 16 weeks, then please give the channel a follow and watch the updates where I'll add in some more details about what the nutrition and training programs I use to achieve my goals actually look like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.